What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are back. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit before we get started. And yeah, we're back again with another great matchup tonight. It's going to be playoffs and losers bracket as well. Round number 1. It's going to be Chicago Icons taking on Atlantis GG tonight, chat. Should be a pretty good match. I mean, Chicago Icons have casted up a couple times. This is, a decent roster in their own right. They've only dropped one match in the regular season. But in the playoffs, they kind of, got stumped in their first matchup. They started in winners bracket. They lost 3-1 in the first round. So they're looking to bounce back tonight in the losers bracket. And Atlantis GG, they have struggled a little bit so far throughout the regular season. 4-3 in their match record. Kind of hit or miss whether they showed up or not. They're going to have their backs against the wall tonight. Loser goes home, guys. So, I mean, we'll see what happens for Atlantis tonight. Can they step up to the plate? We'll see what they have in store for us. This is the map set tonight, and I know what you guys are thinking. That's a lot of Hacienda. The first 3 maps are going to be Hacienda. It's going to be, repetitive at the start here. We'll see whose fundamentals are better on the Hacienda Fest. But if we do end up going the distance, it's going to be Vault Hardpoint and then Protocol SMD to close things out. I'm curious to see, what exactly these teams have in store for us tonight. But the rosters, let's transition on over. It's going to be Condi, Llama, Eternals, and Sparks for the side of Icons tonight. And, these guys have looked good. I haven't seen all of these players. I don't think I've seen Llama play for Chicago, but I've seen the rest of them. And, good players in their own right for sure. They're going to be going on against Atlantis GG tonight. It's going to be Bando, Swan, Doe, and Alex. No Chan tonight, but, Atlantis GG, I just casted these guys the other night. And, they looked like they were in decent form. They ended up losing that one, I believe, if I recall correctly. I don't know, my memory's kind of bad, but I believe they ended up losing that one. So we'll see if they're up to the task tonight to take on the Icons who, have looked pretty good so far. I mean, Condi and Co., every time I've watched them, they seem to have, not really struggled a whole lot with their matches. We'll see if it's going to be more of the same. Or if we're going to, they're going to show us something a little bit different tonight. Maybe a little bit of weaknesses start showing. We'll find out here in a minute. Hacienda is the best map, but, 3 in a row is kind of, spread it out a little bit, boys. Come on. I love me some Hacienda, so, I can't complain. Hacienda Search, actually, is not my favorite map, but, Hacienda Hardpoint, Hacienda Control, I'll play that all day, so, nothing wrong with that there, but, maybe spreading out a little bit of the maps, that would be nice, but it is what it is. We'll see if, Atlantis are up to the task. Let me see, let me ask these players what side they're on. Not like it matters, because I have my handy-dandy overlays, guys. I just started using Canva recently, so I can actually put some overlays on now, finally. So hopefully, it's still annoying for me to deal with in Codcaster, but at least you guys won't have to suffer with me now. That should be nice. We'll see. Hopefully the players will load on in here soon. Just waiting. Looks like they are going to be Team 1 for tonight, so we'll see. See what happens here. May have jumped the gun a little bit tonight. Control's your kryptonite. Hey, I mean, everybody has something they struggle with. I feel like Control I kind of thrive in sometimes. It depends on the map, though, really. Sometimes I fry in that map. Sometimes I get absolutely gunned. It just depends, I guess. I feel like Hardpoint's my favorite to play. That's probably not my best game type. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm pretty good at Hardpoint, too. It's hard to know. It's all map dependent, right? There's different map modes you guys will be good at. Yo, what's up, Raven? You have any cast tonight, Raven? How's your night been, man? Also, chat, how you guys' day been so far? I'm just chilling, waiting for these guys to get started. Gonna be maybe a little bit later than initially I thought. We'll see if these guys are locked and loaded when they get in here. Yo, what is that emote? That emote looks crazy. What even is that? Is that a dinosaur or a snail? What a seal? Is that a seal? I can't even tell what that is. Let me make sure. Let's see if I have the right overlay on. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to put the score at the bottom of the map so you guys can see it as well, because I know I'm really bad about updating Codcaster at the top. And it's usually, Codcaster's usually not right anyway. So I'm gonna put the actual score on the. I'm testing a bunch of stuff out, guys. This is I just started using Canva recently, so it's a little bit new for me. We'll see how it's going. You hate watching Vessel? Who you hate watching on? Which team? Is it the Icons or Atlantis? What's up, Pete? Evil Nasty's back. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm here. I got another one after this as well for the EWG League too, so it'll probably be, depending on how long this one goes. It starts at I believe 10:30 Eastern, so 2 hours from now I should have another one. We'll see if I'm all tuckered out before that, but this one should be a good one. I will expect, I mean, predictions, I guess I didn't really give them, but I'm predicting probably Chicago Icons to win this one, and could be a 3-0, honestly. I don't really like predicting 3-0s because that's kind of disrespectful to the players, but it could be nice. I'm going to give them, I think it's going to be 3-1. I think Atlantis might win the, it depends on how the S&D goes for me. Hacienda S&D is kind of a weird map. We'll see how the team works on that map for both of these guys. You don't care? You hate them both? Nice. Nice. Good to know that, you know, everybody's out here just hate watching. Fucking fucking cool. I'm not sure what's taking these guys so long to join up. What are we waiting on? Let's see. I think we're waiting on Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis, I'm not sure where they're at right now. It's kind of annoying. I wish there was more, like, I wish the XP League did, like, ticket system, so they could just drag me in there and I could see, like, the group DMs between the teams and all that. That'll be a little bit easier for me to, like, figure out what's, like, updates and what's going on, but it is what it is. Just have to wait for now. Let me throw on some tunes in the meantime. Not sure how long it's going to be. These guys are a little late. Oh, opened up on that one. Let me move that over here. Da, 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 da. Let me see if I can get the music to actually start playing. Oops. There we go. Wow. Wow. Oh, it looks like they're joining finally as I start playing the music. Nice little rhyme from old Farmer Brown over there. That's what's up. Oh, I forgot to refill my water before this. Might have time to refill it, honestly. These guys are kind of taking a little bit, but we'll see what happens with both these teams. I mean, I'm expecting kind of a one-sided match, but it's a different Atlantis roster tonight, so it's kind of whatever. Late automatic map 1 lose? Yeah, for real. Nah, they're not that late. They're only like, they're still like less than 10 minutes in. I might have time to refill my water, to be honest, but I don't want to wait, or I don't want to go now because they have 3 people. Oops, they have 7 people in the lobby. You know what I mean? What's up, Chen? You're not playing tonight, Chen? See if they can find some consistency tonight, because they're going to need it. As we're going to be loading in to a triple dose of Hacienda 2, boys. We'll see if they're up for it. Let me see if the teams are right. Let me find out. Before we get started here, that'd be nice. Codcaster is a mess, and it looks like they are flipped, I believe. So let me do this. Bang, bang. It looks like Atlantis on the left, Chicago on the right. No matter how hard I try to make Codcaster for me, I always seem to mess it up. It doesn't even seem to matter what I do. Whoa, I'm lagging, guys. Hold on. Let me close out some stuff. Can't have this lag in the whole stream. Give me a second, guys. Hopefully that'll fix it. And it looks like that's a little better. Maybe. I hope it's not like this the whole stream. My bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. I had this problem the other day, too. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but early time. Gonna be going Atlantis GG's way. Not a whole lot of a separation as of yet. Early days in this hardpoint. Bando turns and burns. Double for him. Nice find from him as Atlantis are gonna have the spawns, the rotations toward new as well. It looks like Alex is reading the pressure on the overextension. Spots a shadow, but he's gonna get dealt with in the back. 2 down as well for Atlantis. Make it 3. Bando, the last one, line of defense in the hill. Gets 1. Slides on in. Gets a second one. Not quite able to. The spawns are going to be close fence, though, so Doe gets some nice tags over the top, but the rest of Chicago Icons all the way in the back, spawning driveway. It's going to be a 2-pronged attack now. We'll see if they can survive the onslaught. That has been Chicago in the back so far. It looks like Chicago, so far, so good for them. For Atlantis, 30-point lead, and they will break on through from the front as well. So, oh, nice nade over the top. This 3 do fall. It's just going to be Doe left in the back on the Chicago Icons. They're going to break on through. Oh, wait, is it flip for you? Oh, wait. I'm actually tripping. Oh, wait, no, it's... Wait. I didn't flip it on the stream. My bad, guys. L streamer. I thought I flipped it, but I didn't apply it. My bad. Anyway, it should be good now. We'll see if Chicago, you know, off to a decent start so far. About a 30-point separation between the two teams. And decent shots from Alex through the fence. He's gonna get 1, but he's gonna need to get a lot more than that. Let me lock in, chat. I am doing a terrible job so far. But you know who's not doing a terrible job? Is Chicago Icons already. Got a 30-point lead. Doe in the back gets 1. Gets a second one as well. Great finds from him. He'll play his life for now. But horrible timing as he finally gets dealt with in the back. Bando last alive for Atlantis. Chicago's going to break on in, though. But the scrap time, pretty much irrelevant. It's all about these rotations toward new. We'll see if Chicago can do anything about it. And they both fall on the rock, so a clean break from Atlantis. And that's what you like to see if you're Atlantis. You cannot afford to give them this rock hill whatsoever. Alex in kind of a cruddy corner, but he has the SMG, not the preferred gunfight, and that's why. 2 do fall in the feed, make it a 3rd as well. So Atlantis, they're doing a great job. 4 dead as well. They will hold on to this rock hill, and they have decent map positioning. Bando in a great spot to watch the overextension. He's going to be patrolling top office. And this slows down the push to a halt from Chicago. They're going to have to wait for Sparks and Co. to get on through, but they're not patient enough. Sparks goes flying, quite literally, and he will fall as well. So this is a great hold from Atlantis. 40 seconds off the board so far. Condi's going to slide on in, gets 1, gets a second one. Condi stepping up to the plate, a 3-piece from Condi. And he will secure the scrap time for Chicago. Granted, it's only about 20 or so seconds after a great hold from Atlantis, but that'll get them back in the game. For the side of Atlantis, GG. Condi on a 7 spree as well. Make it 8. He's on fire. A rough opening couple of lives for Condi, but he sparks something miraculous there. An 8 spree as he's finally dealt with. Gets himself and his team some much-needed scrap time on that point, as well as some map positioning toward new here, but it's been scrappy so far. Sparks for 3. Great shots from the SMG from him. Chicago locking down this P1. Already 20 seconds off the board. See if they can step up to the plate for the side of Atlantis as they're getting kind of fried back into their spawn right now as Llama's going to get the clearance. Spawns are going to flip on through. Atlantis GG, what do you do? Do you elect to hit this time or rotate? And it looks like Doe's trying to do both. Gets the player off the hold, but unable to trade effectively in the back until Swan steps in. And that'll secure the spawns for Atlantis for now. So great plays from Swan on the overextension. Not the best P1 hold from them. Is Chicago going to get most of this time? But they do a decent job breaking on through in the back. But just as I say that, the collapse is on in. Chicago do re-break almost instantly. And Atlantis, you know, the hard-fought battle for spawns was only momentarily, as they're all four going to fall. And that's not the best time to fall as well, as the hill just pops. So not only does that P1 time not go your way if you're Atlantis, you lose important P2 rotations as well. And they're just going to be running into the blender right now. Just Doe last alive in the front, wondering what he can even do in this situation. Gets one. The nade's going to get him the second one. Incredible kill for him to find. He's playing his life so well right now, but it might not matter. We'll see what Chicago has on the break, but Bando, 3 in the feed for him. Having a great performance so far. Well, I don't know if it's enough to get his team over the line. They're going to need to make a comeback here, down about 80 points. We'll see if they're able to claw their way back. Doe going for the rotation. Bando's still standing tall on hold right now, doing a decent job getting the scrap time. That was quite a bit for Atlantis to find. And, you know, Alex, yeah, having a rough go of it so far. I just saw in chat, I mean, 5 and 17. Looking at him to turn it up if the Atlantis boys are going to, you know, find this map 1 victory. Gets one, but not the second one. Tag down low. Doe gets unfortunate timing. He's going to fall as well. Just Swan left on the hill. Gets his teammates trade, but it's going to have to be more than that as he's getting pinched on in. I mean, Bando, what can you do on the overextension? Gets tagged down low, but his teammates are going to get the shots on through. He will live, so he's going to play a crucial part in this rebreak. And just as I say that, 3 fall again. I mean, Chicago locking down this P3 with an iron fist. 20 seconds of scrap time. You kind of have to hit this if you're Atlantis. I mean, you can't really afford to give them all of the scrap time, but you also need to rotate to this new hill. And Alex doing a great job contesting, honestly. You know, but the fact that he's by himself, able to get about 10 seconds of contention there is actually very important, as, you know, Atlantis are going to have the rotations toward new. We'll see if they're able to do anything about it. So far, so good. Doe's going to get one, but overwhelmed by the player's top haul right now. Alex gets one on the pinch here, but he's instantly traded. We'll see what the setup looks like from Atlantis as it all falls apart. Just Swan with the knife, and he can't get it. Second time's the charm for him on that swing, but sloppy shots over the top is going to net the break for Chicago. And Llama, there's a trophy in front of you, my friend. Those stuns do not work, and he gets one, gets a second one, bait and switch with his teammate. The climb is going to be on through mid, but Llama is keen. He is aware. Chicago do a great job on the rebreak here. I wonder if they're going to read this spawn out from number 4. That's going to be Alex toward Lambo, but it might not matter because his teammates are falling around him. Alex trying to contest on in, but he is dealt with instantly. And Alex would have loved to have some teammates win a couple of gunfights in the front. Make his job a little easier. But, I mean, that's a tough break for Atlantis. I mean, they're having a rough go of it, down 90 points. That was going to our 3rd rotation of hills. This is looking all but over, but we'll see if Atlantis can hold on. Eternal's in the hill. Head on a swivel. Has his teammates support as well, but he will end up falling. As Swan's going to be diving on into the hill, but it's going to be this pinch from number 1 on the overextension. Not spotting 6 behind him, but his teammate will. So, what can Bando do? He gets one. Not quite able to get the second one. As Doe, the last one alive. Just electing to play his life, but they got to start getting something here going late in this hard point if they're going to have a chance. I mean, this is a good job getting the spawns, but it might not matter as Swan almost gets turned on there. Some horrible shots from him, but 10 seconds is all that's left. I mean, Atlantis do anything there? They're going to have to contest this P1 time, and 4 will fall, so that's going to do it. 250. 127. Chicago, going to win that one. And it wasn't particularly close. I mean, the first rotation wasn't that bad, but ever since then, it just seemed like the steamroll of Chicago was in full effect there. They're going to take map number 1, and pretty convincingly as well. Not the start you were hoping for Atlantis GG. We'll see if they can bounce back in this S&D. And it's just a reminder, guys, this is going to be triple dose of Hacienda as well. So definitely one of those things where we're going to be playing the same map. We'll see if they're going to give us some different looks in this search. They're going to have to, if they're going to claw their way back into this one, because that was kind of brutal. Let me update the score as well. Oh, it updates for me. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Let's go. Who would have thought I knew what I was doing when I set up my scenes? Who would have thought? And yeah, chat, that was a pretty one-sided game. I will say, you know, the slaying wasn't the worst out of Atlantis I've seen. It was really just Alex struggling in that map. You know, if he has a better map, who knows what the scoreline looks like at the end of that. I'm looking for him in this S&D to step up and step up big. You know, this is a map they need to win, because the respawn prowess from Chicago is looking a little one-sided right now. They're slaying, and really just their setups have been great, you know, on this Hacienda. So if they're going to send it to 4, they're going to need to win this one, is my opinion. I mean, guys in chat, you know, let me know your predictions. Who you guys have taken this one? I probably should have asked that before the match started, but I mean, yeah, put them down below in the, or over there. I got it right. Over there in the chat. Let me know. Condi with the follow. Damn, Condi. How many games have I casted for you and you weren't following? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Alex S&D GOAT. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he is for Atlantis. He's gonna need to be here. Looks like we're gonna be switching on host. So, you know, we'll get the map 2 underway here shortly, but I mean, so far, I mean, that was a pretty one-sided affair in map number 1. If Alex is indeed the S&D GOAT, like you were saying, we'll see what happens in map number 2. S&D is definitely a slower-paced game mode, so maybe they can, Atlantis boys can lock in, give us some solid S&D strats, some different looks, because they're going to have to here, for sure. Eddie for the follow. Appreciate you, man. First time chat from Earth is crazy, by the way. What's up, Earth? That's a crazy one. Old Farmer Brown with the follow. Appreciate all the follows, guys. Appreciate you guys in the chat. And if Raven were here, he would say it's 25% off subs or something like that. But, you know, I'm not going to do all that. Let me see if they're going to reset the lobby. Get a new code here for us shortly. It's all good, Condi. It's all good, man. I'm just here for some quality Call of Duty. And if you guys do miss it, or if you guys did miss it, excuse me. Map number 1, very one-sided affair. Let me get in this lobby before I do the recap here. But map number 1, pretty one-sided. Wasn't particularly close. It was Chicago Icons came out on top as we transition back to our maps and modes here. It's going to be a triple dose of Hacienda, so if you like Hacienda, you know, be in store for it. But if you don't, well, I mean, this is not the series for you. We'll see what happens here. Let me update the teams real quick. So yeah, so I had the teams right for map 1, but just Codcaster just said, go fuck yourself. So looks like I don't even know why I'm bothered changing them in Codcaster, because it just seems to always be wrong no matter what I do. I guess we'll find out if it's right here or not, but it will be right for you guys. So let me let the players know I'm ready, and we'll get things going. What's up, Zero? I should run some Smite with Farmer. Oh yeah, I'd be down. I'm not a huge fan of Smite 2, to be honest. I like Smite 1 more, but yeah, I'd be down sometime, maybe. For sure, for sure. Who's my main? Oh, you're talking about on Smite? I made mid on Smite. We'll see if the teams are right. And it looks like, I believe they will be. Let me put my overlay on as we get into things here. Map number 2. Chicago Icons, they struck first in map number 1. We'll see if it's going to be more of the same, as it's going to be a slow B hit from Atlantis GG so far. As Doe's going to get the first blood as well. Condi falls early. The pressure's being read, but what does the gunfights look like? It's going to be Eternals over the top. Bando finds another. He's going to be up to 2 in this, or excuse me, I believe that was Condi found the first one. Okay, the scoreboard's completely messed up, so I don't even remember. I think Bando got 2 in this round as well. So that's going to be a 4v2 situation. Atlantis GG. Definitely super slow playing this, even with the picks, but they don't want to scam whatsoever. Swan's going to secure the last one. We'll see if he gets the double on the round. It's all going to be up to Sparks in the 1v4 situation. No hope at all in this round. We'll see who elects to get the final kill here as Sparks tagged down low. I believe that was Doe yet again. As I think he got 3 in this round, but Codcaster says everybody has 0 for some reason. So, I mean, lovely, love the game. As we're going to be sitting. We're going to be chilling. Waiting for round number 2 to start. And I kind of like that play out of Atlantis GG here. Oh, did my overlay stop working? What's going on with that? Hold on a sec, guys. What is going on? There we go. I don't know why it stopped working. That was weird. Anyway. Regardless, that was a good round. Like I was saying, out of Atlantis GG there, the slow push toward B ended up paying off. They got a couple of isolated picks, and they just converted from their numbers from there, not losing a single member. They'll get bombed down. They'll get the first offensive win, and that's a good sign if you're an Atlantis fan here. Yeah, Deform being number 1 is understandable for sure. He's my number 1, to be honest. Deform's the GOAT. You got an ad, Farmer? My bad. I made mid for Smite, Farmer. Bunch of mages I play. And hunters as well, but an aggressive push toward top mid. Speaking of hunt. See, I knew I'd do a transition there. That was smooth. It's going to be a top mid for 4 members of Chicago Icons. Not really patrolling the outskirts of the map, as they'll get a free bomb plant for it. Alex watching the overextension. Condi strikes first as well. Gets that player in transition, bottom mid. Not the best look so far from Atlantis. We'll see if they can clutch on up. They're going to be running out of time here. And just a solo chow from Bando on the pinch. He gets isolated again. It's more of the same. Or both of these teams on the defense. Isolated gunfights, not really coordinating things together. 7 should win this one, and he does as well. Sparks gets that clearance on that one. Swan left on an island in a 1v4. He will fall as well. Chicago Icons. They're going to strike back in round number 2. So far, it's been an offensive showing for both of these teams. We'll see if they can continue their dominance so far. We'll see if these teams can win a defense. It's been all offense so far. I know it's early days, 2 rounds in, or 3 rounds in now. Atlantis GG. On the offense, Swan with the bomb. Another B hit is on the cards, but he's by himself. It's going to be a triple top mid hit. And Doe gets aggressive toward Fountain. He'll get one, but he'll get punished here. His Eternal's going to climb on up into his own death, surely. And he will, so Llama, in a 1v3 situation, left last alive, gets the first. Insta-trade is coming on through, though, and Atlantis GG with another swift offense there. They'll be up to 2. And they'll take the round edge, but some interesting rounds coming out on the defense from both of these teams. Really not, I don't know, not a ton of coordination on these defensive pushes so far, or these defensive holds so far. A lot of isolated gunfights. People not really playing for trades as much as I would hope. We'll see if that trend changes throughout the map, or if it's going to be more of the same. Back and forth we go. Chicago Icons on the offensive. Llama, your bomb carrier. Looks like he's going to be going bottom mid. This is a risky play. We'll see if it pays off for him. 2 mid, watching over. What an adjustment from Atlantis as all 3 fall for Chicago. Sparks left in a 1v3, scratching his head. Wondering where his teammates went, and so quickly, too. And Sparks will be spotted as well. He does have both of the guns. But it might not matter as Doe's going to sniff him out surely here, and he will. Atlantis are going to be the ones to claim the first defense. Up to 3 now. And a nice adjustment from them as well. 2 toward well in the middle of the map. Not particularly a normal strategy you see on the defensive side, but it can work out. He had teammates watching over them as well. They read the pressure pretty beautifully that round. And they're going to collect. So Atlantis back on the offense. We'll see what they have in store for us. It's going to be more of the same. A 4-hit toward B this time, but I like the response from Eternals and co. But they're going to fall, unfortunately. Llama gets 1 there. Stun over the top. Doesn't connect. And Llama just trying to play his life. He gets some tags on in this player. He might get a second one as well. Llama playing his life well on this round, but he's eventually dealt with. And now Sparks, yet again, last alive. How many times am I going to say that this series, guys? He's been the man just isolated on A. But A has not been the bomb site for Atlantis so far. It's been all toward B. Sparks going to creep open a door. Timing not quite working out in his favor. As Atlantis wrapping together. I like this play. They're wrapping it as a unit right now. Doe's going to get tags on in, and he will secure the 4th for Atlantis. And this is the adjustment I wanted to see from that map number 1 for Atlantis GG. They're looking composed, and the strategies seem to be, you know, confident calls out of the teammates. They know exactly what they want to do in these rounds, and they're executing well. The separation is starting to come on through. I just realized the score is wrong at the bottom, guys, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna take that off, actually. So Chicago Icons, I mean, they're kind of backs against the wall in this map, down 4-1. They need to win this offense if they're going to stand a chance, and that's a good start from Sparks here. He's going to get 2, make it a 3rd one. Sparks going huge for the Chicago Icons here. Eternals gets tags on Alex. Alex is incredibly low here, and Llama will finish it off. And that'll give Chicago Icons another, you know, a new lease on life. Going down 5-1 is not exactly a good look, so they're able to win that one. That was an important one for them to win on the offense as well. Can they string together some defenses? We'll see here. And it's crazy what happens when Sparks gets to go A. He's ripping heads. We'll see what Atlantis like to do here. I'm curious to see if they keep going for B here, if they do end up mixing it up a little bit. B has worked out so far. I see no reason why they need to stop going toward this B bomb site, and it looks like it's going to be more of the same. All 4 top mid here. They're going to be chowing top open. Eternals, if you give him a shoulder, he's going to rip it, but he gets first blood on Alex over the top. But B is going to be on the cards for Atlantis. Do they elect to plant the bomb in a man-down position? It looks like they will. Llama going to meet back up with his teammates, and he's going to have a freebie bando. We'll see you later. Swan going to be last alive after his teammates traded in mid, and a 1v3 situation for Swan is going to be short-lived. Nice retake from Chicago. They're going to get 2 in a row here. Things are starting to become a little bit closer. That was the response I needed to see out of the Icons there. They end up getting the first blood and executing on their numbers effectively there on that retake. So now, Chicago Icons, they went 2 in a row. Can they get another one? The momentum seems to be swinging back in their favor. A was on the cards last time. I see no reason why they can't go A again. Their push was brilliant last time. They got all of the kills toward that outer fence. And looks like 5 is going to be the lone member toward mid. It looks like more of the same from the Icons. 3 toward this A bomb site. Llama playing this overextension toward U. And a quad stack toward the B bomb site is not going to come out for Atlantis. They misread the situation. So bomb down and bomb down early toward this A zone, and all 4 members are going to be flanking on through. We'll see what kind of timing Llama gets. He's going to spot 1, so that's going to be info gained, but I'm sure he has no idea it's going to be the entire team toward well. I don't necessarily love this push. It's going to have to be an interesting retake from them. Condi gets the first one, but surely he's not reading the pressure from the second. It's Bando and Alex combining on it. No, not quite. Bando, can you get your teammates straight? And he will. 2v2 situation, but you're running out of time. 10 seconds is all it's going to be left. And they, left scratching their heads. The 4 toward well retake is not going to work out. And Chicago Icons, 3 in a row from them. And we have a map on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And even the bomb killing his teammate there. Salt in the wound. And what was an early game resurgence from Atlantis after that map 1 did not go in their favor has quickly turned on its head. Chicago Icons have answered back and answered back in kind brilliantly so far. Can they continue that momentum? Or is it going to be Atlantis GG with a response here? I mean, Chicago Icons, they're looking to bounce back. They want to go up 2-0 in this series. And finally, an A push from Atlantis. And it's not going to be red as well. It's been B the entire map. This is a good time for an adjustment. Eternal's going to be top closed right now. Can he get the teammate help? And he will. That's going to be first blood for the Icons, but quickly. The trade is on through. Alex with some shots over the top, getting tagged below. Bando and you gets a team kill for his efforts, though. So it's just Eternals. 1v2 situation. Make it a 1v0. Atlantis GG. They finally answer back on that one with a swift A, and they'll put themselves on map point. And honestly, a good attempt from the Chicago Icons on that retake. They got the first blood for absolutely free. An unfortunate team kill comes out, and, if that team kill doesn't happen, we might be looking at a very different round. But unfortunately, that's not the case for the Icons. They're going to have to string 2 in a row together here. And it looks like back to the bread and butter toward the B bomb site. And this pressure is being read by Atlantis. It's all going to be coming down to these initial gunfights. Bando, what do you have in store for us? Gets the first one. Second one is traded, though. Alex, as well, in tow with his teammates. He has one more player to deal with. And it's going to be Sparks on the overextension. This guy has been last alive this entire map. It's up to you. Map is on all up to you now, Sparks. In a 1v3. Make it 1v2 now. Shots are on in, but they're not good enough. Atlantis GG. They're going to strike back. And they'll take this one 6-4. And we are going to be seeing map 4, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a fan of other maps besides Hacienda, congratulations. Because we are going to be reaching them. And a good team effort, honestly, out of Atlantis. Doe. 1,100 damage, 8 and 7. I mean, really, everybody pretty close to around even, but they were just able to convert when it mattered. Atlantis GG are going to take map number 2. In a very close fashion, I will say, though. So, I mean, we're going to be switching on host here for map number 3. It's going to be another Hacienda, this time Control. And I don't know, guys. Predictions for me. I still think Chicago is the better respawn team, but we'll see. Control can be a fickle, a finicky type of game mode. It's really just about who can make the least amount of mistakes. And so far, I mean, if that search is an indicator of the momentum in this series, it has gone back Atlantis' way, but, I have seen them in Control struggle to convert that map 3 before. We'll see if they have the ice. They definitely did in that search, but we'll see if they can convert it over the line. Let me update my graphic. This is the map modes for the series after the update of map number 2. It's going to be Hacienda Control, 1 apiece so far. We are going to see that vault for sure now. And it's really going to be about whether or not Chicago, can answer back. Because Atlantis, they look pretty composed in that one. But I will say, Chicago, toward the end of that, started stringing some rounds together. Had that round number 9 went their way, who knows what could have happened in that S&D. But we'll see what happens now. Chicago, I think, in respawn modes particularly, probably have the edge in the slaying department. That's really going to be about, who can make the least amount of mistakes, whose team pushes are better. Hacienda is kind of a map where you can get lost. You can make routes, you can take gunfights at weird off angles, cruddy corners. It's kind of hide and seek sometimes on this map, so You know, have these have these players practice hide and seek. Have they played some prop hunt? Maybe that'll help them with their spots. I love me some prop hunt chat. And we'll see. Looks like the teams are going to flip on through yet again. So let me get Codcaster updated for myself here. Oh, man. It's been a pretty good series so far. I'm glad it's not a 3-0. And, you know, I'm glad that Atlantis, they were able to show me something in an S&D, but it's going to be about the respawns now. Can they do anything in them? I would definitely favor the respawn prowess of Chicago in maps 3 and 4. But really, I mean, if Atlantis can win this control, if this goes map 5, this is anybody's series. They already showed us how good they were in S&D on the Hacienda. And we do have a protocol to close things out, so we'll see what happens here between both these teams. Yeah, I'm down to play it and take out control for prop hunt. 100%. Let me answer my DMs. I mean, control is probably, it's not the worst third game mode, but it's up there. Blitz was pretty bad too. I mean, we played domination too, guys. Remember that? Oh my goodness. We used to play domination. Terrible. Terrible. Domination's got to be the worst. The worst third game mode. I actually didn't mind Blitz as much. Blitz wasn't that bad. It was kind of annoying sometimes when people would sneak, but Blitz wasn't the worst. I miss CTF. Bringing back CTF, guys. Come on. Petition to bring back CTF. And Uplink obviously is great. Uplink's the best third game mode, for sure. But, I mean, CTF is probably my favorite, personally. I don't know what you guys think. I think it depends, because Uplink's good for jetpacks, you know, but CTF, I think, for boots on the ground makes more sense, typically. But you need good maps for that, and, you know, we'll see if Treyarch can deliver some good maps next year. These maps this year were not the best, in my opinion, for really a whole lot of things. It's really going to be about if you know the maps are good. I mean, honestly, even Control can be good with good maps, to be honest. Like BO4 was a good example. I know we played 5v5 with superpowers, but I mean, Control can be a good game mode if you have good maps for it. We just haven't really had a whole lot of good Control maps over the years, guys. It's just been tough. And it looks like the lobby's going to reset, so we're going to get things sorted here. They're going to reset that for us, but let me know what you guys think about that debate. Because I'm always curious what other people think. I would love to play CTF again if they have good maps, but, I mean, to be honest, I don't know what third game mode besides Uplink you could play, really. There's not a whole lot of good options, really. I mean, Domination's terrible. Blitz is not great. What else did we have? Honestly, even, like, Demolition wouldn't be the worst. Or, like, Sabotage. Those games just last forever, though, is the only problem with those. Demolition is, like, an old school one, so it's kind of... People don't really know about it, but Demolition was fun back in the day. If you guys know about that, you know, if you're ball knowers, Demolition was awesome. Even Sabotage. The only problem with Sabotage was it was like 20-minute games. Like, I believe it was like 20-minute sides or whatever. Sabotage was cool, but it was like, it was so long. You couldn't do that realistically in a series. It would take too long. They would have to make the timer like 10 minutes or, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. Because this clock would stop when you planted the bomb. You plant the bomb and it'd be like to tick down 45 seconds or whatever, and then the clock would resume after they defused it, you know? And then the other team would plant. They would just, the games would just last forever. It's the same thing with Demolition too. So I can understand why they don't do that, but I still think those are better game modes than Control, personally. I think CTF and Uplink are obviously, like, they should be, like, the #1 and #2, like, contenders. But, honestly, Demolition, third game type. Think about it, guys. Might be decent. Never know. Yeah, it looks like we are going to be resetting the lobby, just waiting for the last player to join on up, and we should be good here. Oh, they switched teams on me again? No way, guys. I am getting jebaited. Getting absolutely jebaited. That's what I'm thinking, Zero. I don't think Uplink's going to play as well as people think it is for Boots on the Ground. It's one of those games that works really well in jetpacks, but if it's not a jetpack game, then I don't think Uplink's going to work that well personally. And I was never the biggest fan of Uplink. Like, it's a cool game mode for sure, but you need really good maps and really good spawns as well for Uplink, as well as like just in general. But it's like a fun game type, right? But it's kind of frustrating too at the same time. It can be for sure. I mean, so can every game mode, right? Like CTF can be frustrating if you have like a stalemate or something. Demolition can be annoying because you can get spawn trapped. Same with CTF, like you can get spawn trapped pretty easy. I mean, it's the same thing with Control though too. I mean, it's the same. It's really just like, please give us good maps, good spawns. I beg, just something. A Codcaster, a game that fucking works, please. Oh my goodness. The amount of like struggle we've had to do in the past couple of weeks after this last update from COD just to get this game playable and working, and like not even counting the Codcaster and all that, but like all the bugs and stuff that have been happening, and it's just been ridiculous. We have to like switch teams in game because we can't set up the teams beforehand. They don't even work. Like what the fuck's going on, Treyarch? What are we doing? Like that shit pisses me off. It's so annoying, and I'm sure, as players, you guys deal with this shit all the time too. Like you're scrimming and stuff. I'm not out there scrimming anymore, so it's like you guys have to deal with this all the time. It's probably more annoying. You guys don't have to deal with Codcaster at all, at least, which is, Codcaster is its own can of worms. It's been broken for years, but this is probably the most broken Codcaster's ever been. So, and like the fact that I like just started casting like a couple of months ago, and like this is the worst Codcaster's ever been. It's just like a slap in the face. It's actually so stupid. Oh man, I could rant about how bad Call of Duty is for hours, guys, and I have in calls. I don't really want to do it on stream, but I mean, here we are. We're just killing time at this point, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, the cool thing about uplink is you can intercept stuff too as well. That is the cool thing. Like if they bring back what is it, gridiron or whatever, that is the cool part about that. I don't know how they would implement it. Whether like wall run jumping, like hitting a wall, jumping up, and then you could like dunk maybe or something. Seems like maybe they could take that approach with the point, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. Oh man, what's taking so long, guys? What's going on? Not that I uh not that I don't love yapping, but I would like to get this started soon. Oh, he has shaders to download? Oh my god. Wasn't he just in the game? How does he have shaders to download? I'm so confused. Wasn't he just playing? Or is this their sub coming in? Oh, everybody's game crashing. His got shaders. Brilliant. Okay, update from Condi, guys, in chat. COD's a great game. Jesus Christ. So hopefully his shaders will be done soon. We've already been yapping for at least 5 minutes now. Probably more than that, honestly. It's probably been closer to 10. Shaders on map 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Zero. Apparently everybody's game crashed and his somehow got shaders, but everybody else's didn't. I don't know. I don't know. He probably accidentally hit restart shaders or something. Maybe, I don't know. It could be a bug too. Who knows? Wouldn't put it past Activision and Treyarch and all these companies, man. It is what it is. We're gonna be waiting here. I hope this isn't extended a long time, because I do have another series after this, but I should have given myself enough of a buffer tonight at least, even if this does go a tremendously long time, that I should be done before that one starts. But I would like to give myself at least 30 minutes before the next one starts. Usually. So hopefully this one doesn't drag on too long. We should be back into the action here, hopefully very shortly. He's turning it on. Watch closely. Oh, I'm on your ass, Kev. We got 22 people watching. They're gonna be on your ass. Don't worry. Let me see what else is casting right now. See what other matches we got going on while we're waiting. I don't know if there's any other right now, but I think actually no, there's probably one. I think Raven's casting one as well right now. I'm not sure what he didn't tweet out or anything, so I don't know which one it is, but he's in the caster chat. He might not be live yet though. It looks like who's on Atomic? Whose team is Atomic on? Does anybody know? I don't know which match that is. Actually, I could look at his name. I'm stupid. He's on Cerberus. Okay, so I think he's casting Cerberus as well. I think they're in the losers bracket right now. I don't want to pull up my browser because last time I pulled up my browser, my whole game like lagged or whatever. So I'm probably gonna keep it closed for now. Is what it is. Oh man, why did I close my music? I could have had that going this whole time. I didn't think I would need it a second time. I guess I'll pull it up again. Why not? If it even works. Oh, it's not even working. Great. Oh, they're starting. Never mind. Don't need it. Don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. As we're gonna be finally, after some shader shenanigans, loading on into Hacienda SND or control, excuse me. Hopefully the teams are right. At least for me. I'll leave the score on the board for now, because it will be right no matter which team is which for now. And, yeah, COD's a great game. I don't even know if they can hear me, but... Oh my goodness. Game's broken, guys. Alright, well. They're gonna get loaded back up here in a second. Unfortunately. Call of Duty, great game. Back to me for now. And, yeah, I had this happen the other night. I believe it was like Wednesday or whatever, where every game, something happened. Whether it was internet issues, people disconnecting, people's controllers not working. I think I lagged out of game 4. Like, just, oh my goodness. So many issues with Call of Duty, guys. I don't know what we can do to get a working game, but... I just, hopefully next year's good. I am cautiously optimistic, as always, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get a better game next year, because this one has been, I mean, it hasn't been the worst game, but definitely not a huge fan. I liked MW3 personally better than this game. Just the maps on that game. Once they added the maps toward the end of last year, I thoroughly enjoyed that game. 6-star, Rio, Vista, all pretty good maps. So, we're going to be loaded on in. For the second time, hopefully, teams are right this time. I believe. What is going on? There we go. Not sure why those were, not moving. It looks like Atlantis on the left. Yep. Looks like Atlantis on the left. So I do have the team names right here. So we're going to be off to the races. Atlantis GG on the offense. And it looks like it's going to be a stack toward B, but it's early. Early shots, early days. Quickly expunged. Swan, the last member, and he will fall. So 4 dead. A good wipe from the Chicago Icons. And maybe an overextension from Atlantis GG. They're all going to be toward mid right now. Sparks gets 1, but a team kill, unfortunately, is going to seal Doe's fate for now. And unfortunately, I missed Condi's 2-piece. My bad. Just switched off you at the worst possible time. He's going to get 2 in the feed, though. Swan holding his iron for now. Is going to get a second one. So two apiece so far. Condi shots over the top. Is going to land. I'm going to go on board with this man. Not miss another 2-piece from him. He'll get a nade on over through as well. Shots are going to land. Nade's going to be better. But Condi is traded. So after all said and done, so far so good for Atlantis on this B zone. But it's going to be a scrappy contest nonetheless. Swan losing teammates over the top. He is going to get one. This player is weak as well. Pistol's going to be better. 2 dead for each side. Make it 3. Swan activates all 4 from Chicago off of spawn now. And a great opening push from Atlantis GG. They got bounced back from a little bit, but they're able to get it done so far. 3 ticks almost in the cards already. The pressure on through, though. Alex trying to stand tall, but he can't do it. And the D-tick's going to come on, so no minute extension as of yet, but Doe and Bando combined for 2 apiece. Or 1 apiece, I should say. 4-2 on this point, but wow. The pistol shots from Condi over the top are better. Somehow still alive right now as Llama clears the point. I believe that was Sparks, actually. Codcaster's great. And 20 seconds left to get this B ticked. Condi's still alive. And I mean, he's going to be the last person on this B zone. And now it's going to be a transition toward A from Atlantis. Just to stop the clock for now. But it's going to be a 3 stack as well. We'll see if they can read the pressure. Doe gets a second one as well. And uh-oh, 4v4 already. 15 seconds left. Doe gets another freebie. The rest are off of spawn. Now it's a game of TDM. What can Doe find? He finds another one as well. 2 more in front of him, and that's going to be the round. Came down to lives, and Atlantis GG on their opening offense. They clutch up. Oh, I'll put a hat on right now, Vessel. Don't you worry. I'll get one. Let me find the silliest hat I can find. Don't worry. Oh, I found it. Hold on. Hold on. I can't even put my headset on with this hat. Let me go to y'all real quick. Before we start round number 2, I gotta take this thing off. This thing is way too hot. There's no way I can wear this the whole series. Don't worry, I see you. I see you with the channel points. 2 dead, though. Off the rip for Chicago Icons. Atlantis. Early momentum in the round number 2. They're transitioning it to this round number 3. And Alex on the overextension is going to get it done as well, so no point yet for Chicago, as early days have looked like Atlantis GG have had the better end of this round. See if they're able to continue this pressure as Eternal is going to be the lone member on B so far. Pistol shots over the top aren't going to land, but it might not matter as his teammate chimes on in for 1. And Swan patrolling this area so well right now. It's going to be up to number 7. That's going to be Llama in the feed, but he gets taken down by Swan as well. Pushing up, tags on in to a teammate, or player, excuse me, from Well. But it is shut down, so Doe in the feed has 2 to deal with. Gets the first one. Contest is on through. Doe, what does your timing look like? It might not matter. His teammate is there for his trade, and that's another 3 dead. I mean, all up to Sparks on this B zone to just stop the clock for now. Rips the wig off of Doe, so that's a good start. Has Alex top window, but he surely should fall. Maybe not. Sparks with 2 in this life, and he's done a great job extending the timer for Chicago Icons, and he's not done yet, making a 3rd one. A great life. We'll transition to a B point surely here. We'll see if Condi, or excuse me, that's Llama, gonna be top office. Patrolling it for now, has a great timing to shoot these players in the back. He gets another one off of spawn. And the route man gets paid. Llama looking good on this overextension. Spawn killing some players, but he has pressure from all sides to deal with. Ends up getting shut down. All up to Condi on this overextension, but they have a lot of time to work with now. They got B pretty quick, pretty early on. It's probably going to come down to lives in this round. 1.5 minutes. And Chicago Icons are on this A zone. A double stack. Make it a triple is on in. Bando on the overextension. What can you do in this position? Pistol's not going to be the gun for the gunfight. The Jackal's going to have to do. He'll get 1, but instantly traded. And it's a kill feed that's all over the place right now. Alex had left last alive in the 1v1. He'll win it, but the reinforcements, they're already here on this A zone. It's going to be Condi. What can you do right now? He's going to have a teammate to work with. That's going to be Eternals on the point. Or make it Sparks, excuse me. No, that was Eternals. Kill feed is great. 7 plays 7 now. And my prediction early on is looking like it's about to come true. Llama on the overextension ends up getting 1. And he'll get out with his life. 7 plays 6, a minute to work with. This is going to come down to team deathmatch here. We'll see what these players have in store for us. As Chicago Icons on the better end of it so far. We'll see if Sparks can get one. He will. Nice shots on the head glitch. No response for Atlantis. And that's going to be the zone done already. Chicago stack on through. And they're going to trade back the round. And not only does Chicago win it, they win it on ticks as well. So come round 5, they're going to have the tick advantage as, you know, so far. So a good bounce back from Chicago in that one. Condi with the pistol in your final kill cam there, able to get a couple. Back and forth we go. Back on the offense with Atlantis GG. See if they have what it takes to get this offensive round victory. It was pretty clinical in that first round. It did come down to a couple of lives at the end, but they made it work. Is it going to be more of the same here? We'll find out as Llama gets red off the opening break. It's a stack in toward B, but it might be short-lived here. We'll find out. Bando gets his teammates trade. A tick already on through. And I mean, look at number 7. He's going for the World Tour right now on the overextension. He might be able to get a player here as well. But he is dealt with from top mid. So it's going to be Condi going for his teammates trade. He isn't able to get that player before he jumps out the window. So unfortunately for him, he's going to regroup with his teammates, but it might not matter. The rest of Chicago Icons doing a great job on this defense, just pushing them back wave after wave. A lot of individual gunfights being taken from Atlantis GG right now. Doe wins an important one in transition, but he's going to be the last member alive past the 50-yard line. Just playing for a scam toward you, and that timing was absolutely horrible. He's going to creak open the door, but he wins the gunfight anyway. I thought maybe that player had been called him out bottom line, and I think he did, but just able to win the gunfight regardless. But he's going to still be the lone member. His teammates just really can't seem to get past their spawn right now. It's just going to be him and Alex. And they're going to transition their efforts towards B. As the wall of red toward top closed right now is finally going to be dealt with. As they're going to have to backtrack toward this B zone. Eternal's going to be the man to do it. He gets one, but it gets instantly traded. Chicago Icons are holding strong on this defense so far. Condi, no, doesn't win it. An important one there for Swan to find. As it's just going to be Bando stopping the clock on A for now. 27 seconds and change to work with. We'll see what this push looks like. Bando gets a second one. A triple stack in on A. That's going to be 3 dead. All left to Llama on this overextension. And he's dealt with as well. This might be A done already. And it will be. A minute and a half to work toward B. And B, definitely the easier zone to try and capture here. We'll see if it all falls apart for Chicago. It's looking great for Atlantis so far. 3 do fall, though, so Bando on the overextension. Last member alive. Sloppy shots might cost him. We'll see if he's able to play his life. He scurries on out of there quickly. And he's going to be the lone man past the 50-yard line instantly taken care of. 14v9, a minute to play with. Atlantis, what do you have for us? It's been Doe, the route man so far on your screen. Going huge for Atlantis in this control and in this series. We'll see if he could step up to the plate, convert this offense. He is instantly dealt with. Alex having a tough map. 9 and 20. Looking for him to step up. As it's only 6 more lives remaining for Atlantis GG on this offense. Look at number 4, though. It's going to be Swan all the way in their top office. We'll see if he can make a route. No, Alex gets turned on. Runs out of bullets. Unfortunate for him. Swan has to make a play here. He's trying to play trigger discipline. Play his life patiently. As no more respawns, just him and Doe left in the feed. Jumps over this player as well. And now it's just up to Swan. And this round is over. Decent bounce back from Chicago. After they lost that A zone, I thought maybe that was going to be the catalyst for Atlantis to take over that round. But just Chicago winning all the gunfights on that transition, you know, forced Atlantis back in their spawn. And they were just getting spawn killed, you know, on the minimap. You could just tell the majority of that round, it was really just, you know, a couple of players able to squeak through the cracks from Atlantis. So now, Chicago Icons on map point. Finally, a defensive round has been won. And now it's up to Atlantis. You have to win a defense yourself. We'll see what they're up to the task, as they haven't been able to win one so far. And B looks like it's going to be on the cards so far. But Atlantis, they strike And they get first blood, make it a second one as well. That's a good opening look. It's going to be Bando and Alex patrolling this top closed area. The Chicago Icons just patient, waiting for their opportune moment to find the last two players. They don't want anybody squeaking through the cracks. But that allows Chicago to touch the point. Just as I say that, though, it's going to be an overextension from Doe in the feed. He gets two before he falls. Great life out of him. He pinches on through. The tick is not going to come on in. Swan's trying for a pinch of his own, but gets shut down off his spawn. Good awareness from Chicago Icons there to recognize that. As it'll amount to a tick, but not much else so far. So great defense from the opening here from Atlantis. Only losing 3 players so far. And Llama's going to be called out as well. Kind of a split on the map right now from Chicago. Not exactly loving the positioning from them so far, but they're just losing gunfights. Not even just due to positioning, but just due to them getting gunned right now. We'll see if they make the adjustment. It looks like it's going to be toward mid and possibly A here on the overextension toward Rock. We'll see if Sparks can deal with it. He can't. Good awareness from Swan there to pick up the Rock push, but he might not read Condi in time. We'll see what the timing looks like. Condi with the AR wins an important one, but they're running out of time. 20 seconds left is all Chicago Icons have in this round. Will they be able to convert right now? Condi wins the first, but not able to win another one. And Sparks getting tagged on through as well. 10 seconds left. You have to stop the clock. It's going to be Llama on the point to do it for now, but he's all by his lonesome. Surrounded by 3 blue arrows, and he will surely fall here. Up to Condi and friends. What can you do with 5 seconds left on the clock? Condi's going to stop the B zone, but we'll see if Doe can deal with him. He's not going to spot him in the corner. Condi gets one, but not a second. Up to Sparks, the only one left that can touch the point. He is dealt with as well, and Atlantis GG will answer back in kind. As we're going to round number 5 in this control. And I have no idea who I favor here. I honestly don't know. Not sure which side is which. I think Chicago Icons should have the defense based on how the first couple of rounds went, but they didn't really get any ticks in that one either. I think they are still on the defense for round number 5, so I would probably favor them if that's the case. I guess we'll find out here in a second. It looks like no. Chicago Icons, they're going to be on the offense as well, so Atlantis GG. They might have gotten blessed in this round number 5. We'll find out. If they're up for the task, I mean, it's going to be Doe and Swan doing all of the slaying so far for Atlantis on this defense. 30 apiece for both of them right now. And Alex had a good round that one. I was looking for him to step up, and he's going to be drawing first blood as well for Atlantis this round. 2 fall for Icons early. Llama wins, or loses another one, excuse me. Condi goes for the overextension, not reading the pressure from the second player, and he'll get gunned as well. So everybody off of spawn. It's going to be Sparks touching the point, though. He has help from his teammate. But it might not be enough. As it might actually be enough. Just kidding. 3 on the point as well. So it's going to be a stack from Icons. They are winning the gunfights in transition. It's only Alex alive on the overextension, but he's going to back on up. Maybe not the life he would have wanted here. We'll see if it works out for him. He does get that player on the point, but he's going to get overwhelmed here shortly. This looks like Chicago just going to elect to be flooding this zone right now. And it has paid off for them so far. They get 3 dead. Almost the 4th one as well, as Llama getting tagged down low, and he can't win the gunfight with the pistol. Chicago shut down on their opening push. They're only able to get 1 tick. And the life lead dead even right now. And looks like the transition is going to be toward top halls right now. 7 and 6 on the overextension. Looking for some free kills here. We'll see if they find him. It's actually going to be Eternals on the point. As number 3 goes for an overextension himself, but he's instantly dealt with, and now just up to Swan. The A progress already going to be 2 ticks off it, and this should be A done and dusted early here. And that'll give the minute extension for Chicago Icons on this offense, and Sparks can go for a play here. He's behind 2 players, gets the first one. We'll see if he's able to play his life. He's losing teammates around him. It's going to be him and Condi. Can he transition this into any time right now? Condi on the overextension, watching the spawners. He should have 1 in front of him. That's going to be Swan. He wins it. And all of Chicago Icons towards this fence right now is 3 fall in the feed. It's going to be number 1. The last one alive furthest up toward this B zone. Can you stop the progress? As this zone is going so quickly, you got to touch the point, Bando. You can't be going for this overextension, and he'll get punished. Chicago Icons clutch up in round number 5. My goodness. And yeah, that play at the end from Bando, I mean, he had to touch the point. That was a triple stack. I guess he didn't really have any way of knowing how many people were on the point, but you have to imagine, after you get wiped like that, that they're going to be stacking the point. He's unable to slow them down. And that's going to be Chicago Icon's map in round number 5, a close one. Wow, 40 for Llama as well on that one. Unfortunate for the side of Atlantis. You would have loved to have that one. And that was a doable one as well, guys. That wasn't like it was so far out of the realm of possibility. That came down to 1 or 2 plays at the end there. And man, what a map. What a series so far. It's been back and forth. I mean, the respawns have, you know, favored Chicago, but that was a closer map than I probably would have called. As we'll go to the map scores so far for this series. Chicago, they'll take it, but they'll squeak it out in overtime. A very, very close back and forth in these last 2 maps. And going into map number 4, it's going to be that vault hardpoint as well. I mean, map number 1 wasn't particularly close in that HP on Hacienda. Chicago Icons, they looked like the better team on that one. We'll see if it's going to be more of the same. The slaying prowess from Chicago has been good in this series so far. But these last 2 maps, I will say they have been very close. So maybe, you know, Atlantis GG can show us something in this map number 4. Maybe their guns are finally starting to warm up here. We'll see if it ends up being the case. As you know, if we do end up going map number 5, it's going to be that protocol as well. And we saw what happened map number 2. Atlantis were able to take that one, you know, albeit it was a decently close fashion. I liked what I saw, the teamwork out of them. I would probably favor them if this does go map number 5. You know, I'm not sure the map picks and vetoes and all that, but we'll see if it ends up going there. We're going to be going to Vault Hardpoint now, and Vault, you know, one of the more punishing maps for a couple of different reasons. You know, it's really just going to come down to slaying for me. We'll see if, you know, Atlantis can come out with the rotations. You know, those rotation kills are going to be everything, really. If you're not able to flip for P4, even P2 potentially, you can lose a lot of time. We'll see if they're up for the task. I mean, as we're going to be loading on in, hopefully quickly here, and it looks like I'm hearing the countdown timer in my ear, so we are... Oh, man. I need some water, guys. Jeez. Whew. What a series. And I have another one to cast after this. I might be shocked. Oh, I got this. I got this in the bag. Actually, let me take the score off the screen. Let me see. Let me just make sure the teams are right first. Let me see. It looks like, yeah, it looks like the teams are right. For a change. How nice of them. How nice of them to have the teams right. And it's going to be Chicago Icon striking first in this map. A pinstripe kill feed comes down to a 1v1 on the point, and Bando's going to lose it. So early time on this P1, going Chicago's way for now. The 1 life advantage, we'll see if that translates into some decent map positioning, and so far it's been a scrap fest on this P1. 3 dead in the feed again for Atlantis, and that's going to be a 2-piece from Doe. Not quite enough to secure spawns for his teammates, but they're getting parallels right now. Llama reading the pressure, but he gets gunned. Unfortunate for him. But spawns, you know, albeit they are going to be in favor of Chicago Icon spawning ammo now. This P1 time has been, you know, quite a bit gone Chicago Icon's way early off on this break. We'll see if Alex can do something on rotation. As 3 do fall in the feed for Chicago, so it's going to be that lone member on old. And Atlantis do reclaim some semblance of map control, so early time on this P2 is going to go their way, but they're down 30 points off of this P1 already. We'll see what the break looks like. Eternal's trapped in a corner, should get his teammates traded, and he will. Spawns are still going to be in the back for Atlantis GG, but a break from the front should be on in here in a second. But just as I say that, Chicago are going to get killed in the back. Llama has a nice 2-piece for him to recollect the time. 17 seconds on this P2. Might not be enough for Atlantis. in the grand scheme of things. We'll find out if they can re-break. Bando with a nice one in transition. Gets a second one. Baits for his teammates. The player in the hot tub. Too elusive to deal with. That's going to be, I believe that was Llama on the time, just getting all of these kills with the AR. Great positioning from him. He's going to rip another wig. Not quite, actually. But Chicago Icons looking hot in this map number 4. Gonna take a lead. We're gonna keep this lead, excuse me, by quite a bit here. And P3 can be a contest fest for sure. We'll see if Atlantis can get any sort of time, or really any of these teams can get any sort of time on this hill. Can be a very scrappy hill to try and collect time on. We'll see what the setups look like. It's gonna be so far so good for Atlantis on this rotation. As Swan gonna be trying to keep top art control, and Alex gonna be on the outer palms, so decent positioning for them to have as well. So far, so good. They're going to maintain spawns for now. Swan doing what he can on the overextension, just trying to stay alive top art. He can't afford to give anybody from Chicago Icons a route through to new. And Swan just staying down for now. See what the break looks like. Chicago Icons able to get a little bit of time on this P3, but that's going to be the route man getting paid right now. Llama with 2 on the overextension. Can he find the third one? No, not quite. So Swan, the patient play pays off, but he's going to be the lone member. The rest of his teammates are spawning out, and this is not what you want to see if you're Atlantis GG. I mean, they did such a great job holding him through that entirety of P3, but they weren't able to get any P3 time, really. And now all of Chicago Icons are in the back, just waiting for the break. Swan doing what he can, getting shots in as he repositions. Nice from him as well. Pistol kill, gets 2 as well. Swan standing strong. And he was the man to bring it all together for Atlantis on this hold. And he's on an 8 spree as well, finally cut down. Great life out of him. And this should net Atlantis GG some much needed time on this P4. Could potentially claw their way back toward about even. We'll see if that's the case. They're still going to have to re-break this P4. And Chicago Icons aren't done with it yet. They're going to spawn them out as well. So not the best positioning for Chicago Icons. They will collect about 10 seconds of scrap time, but these P1 positioning is still going to favor Atlantis for now. We'll see what Llama has to say about it. He's going to spot one. Trophy's going to come on out and instantly destroyed. The collapse is on in through P1, and this has been Chicago Icons' playground, has been this P1. They've looked so good. Their positioning on this hill, particularly, as well as the slaying, has just been so dominant. We'll see if Atlantis GG can break on in. They end up getting a 1 in transition. Pinstripe kill feed for now. Swan got to pick up the pieces. This is all left to Bando. On this overextension, he should get 1 toward top cat. Can he transition that into 2? Not quite, but that should give the go button toward Doe. But just as I say that, Doe gets taken down as well. And everybody from Atlantis is going to fall. They still have these P2 spawns, but just haven't been able to get any time. And yeah, Bando might be blind. Has the player right next to him. He can't spot him. And we'll see what the overextension looks like. It's already going to be Eternals in the back of New. Should get his teammates trade, and he's there to help. The parallels are coming out now. Can Eternals and Co. deal with the pressure from the front? It's going to be mounting. He's going to have 2, make it 3 players to deal with. As it's going to be a collapse on in. Atlantis GG looking poised to take this and reclaim time. Until Sparks has something to say about it. He'll get 2. The stick on through as well. Not needed as his teammate watches over him. But a re-break from the front from Icons. We'll see if they're able to hold for now. Chicago standing strong on this rotation. Their rotations and breaks have been stellar this entire series so far. And Swan is going to get red toward top cat as well, but I mean, Atlantis GG, you have the spawns, but you just haven't been able to get anything going. Sometimes spawning in the back of this hill can be a curse. Down over, or almost 100 points now. We'll see what the rotations look like. Swan can't get anything done. Doe's going to be the lone man on the rotation. 4 going to have a gunfight as well, and Alex wins it. So it spawns toward P3, or toward P4, really, for this P3. But you saw what happened the last rotation for Atlantis. They had the spawns for P4 the entire time. But that did not translate to any time whatsoever. Llama wins an important one, but he'll get taken down instantly. And Doe does stand tall top art, so map control for a little bit here for Atlantis GG. Can they translate that to any sort of time here? As that's not what happened last time. We'll see if it's going to be more of the same, unfortunately, a team kill. from Llama there. Nade over the top is not going to amount to a whole lot. But 3 do fall in the feed. And now just up to Swan. 6 HP in a dream. Getting naded, getting pressured on out. He's going to hold the door for now. His teammates will spawn here. So some semblance of map control still. As Doe's got to be careful on the overextension. And he will be. So looking a little bit cleaner on this rotation now. But I mean, all that while P3 has been getting soaked by Chicago Icons. I mean, they're up 120 points here, chat. I mean, this is looking all but an insurmountable lead. It's going to take perfect play the rest of this map. If Atlantis GG's tournament lives are on the line here, they got to play like it. So far, it's been all red in the feed. The break is on through, and I mean, just like that, what can Atlantis do? They just get clean broke, all red for Icons. They win all the individual 1v1s, a perfect pinch on the point. And perhaps the pivotal, I'm going to stop with the P's. Perhaps it might be all over here as, you know, Chicago Icons, they don't win it off this, but they might as well. They'll be about a couple of seconds away from winning this map and the series. As Sparks chimes on in a nice 2-piece from him. Double positive almost from Sparks. Having a great map. 5 spree for him on this P4. And it might take a miracle here. We'll see if Atlantis have it up, you know, up their sleeves, but it does not look good so far. 86 seconds. You're in the 100-point club. Can they make this a little bit more respectable at the very least? This has been such a one-sided affair. P1 has been the playground of Chicago Icons. 5 seconds to close it out here. Alex, what can you do? Can you get anything going? Gets one, but instantly traded on out. And a massacre in map number 4. 250 to 86 there. My goodness. As Chicago will take it in 4. And GG's to both of the teams. Congratulations to the Chicago Icons here. They'll take it in 4. And I mean, a one-sided way to end it. You hate to see it here, but man, that was a series, ladies and gentlemen. It started off not so close, and then it kind of got tight toward the end, but I mean, Chicago Icons, they close it out, and they close it out in style. Sparks, I mean, that man in that map number 4 went absolutely off, went crazy. As they're going to move on. And unfortunately for Atlantis, that is where your tournament stops. I mean, GG's to both of the teams. I'm going to pull up the bracket real quick before I go. I actually want to see. I can't remember who they play in the next round. I'm going to check real quick for you guys, chat. Because I had it up earlier, but I was lagging, so I had to close it. And it looks like Chicago Icons, they're going to play the winner of Apollo Esports Red versus 2Turnt. And honestly, that's kind of a toss-up for me. I would probably favor Apollo slightly in that one, but it could be anybody's series. So we'll see, you know, be on the lookout for that one. I don't think those teams have played quite yet, but it should be a good one. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm gonna go rest really quick, but while I get prepared for this this next matchup we have for tonight. I didn't update the score. There we go. I mean, yeah, that was a great series. I believe the next one I have for tonight is for EWG. Let me pull that one up real quick because I'm kind of discombobulated right now. I believe it's going to be Sacred Gaming Academy versus Control Chaos Gaming West. That should start here in about 30-ish minutes. So if you guys are interested in that one, you know, feel free to come drop on by. I'll be live here again about then. But until then, guys, that's going to be it for me. I appreciate you guys coming on out, all the follows, all the you know, interactions in chat. Appreciate you guys, you know, for coming through. And you know, hopefully I'll cast another game for the XP League playoffs. This probably won't be my last one. Might even be on main stage next time. Who knows? But until then, I'm going to end the stream, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.
Me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that Glock on me. And they ain't looking for no choke, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, massive, casualty. Shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened later December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas dying the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, is them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bum money, we doing this shit for free. If he told that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the street, we play for keeps. 2011, August 11th. rap POD. August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45. I'm like, what the fuck that mean?
You fighting an armed robbery, shorty. That's what they offer.
My little brother getting big, my uncle got that coke again. He been smoking crack since I was born, never be smoking him. I used to stay up late at granny crib just to talk to him. When I was locked up, I knocked on his door and told him what with him. Back to this shit. So started rapping out of war, going viral. Boy, this bitch cracking. Boy, they ass racking. Hit they block twice, a lot of booming, no damage. His mom will pop out like, oh goddamn, what happened? This the type of shit happened, the life of a savage. You ain't right, you get left, you slipped up, you ain't had not your blood and your blood. You my son, I'm your daddy. You my son, I'm your daddy. Police steady watching me. Every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that Glock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about, no rapping beat. Police steady watching me. Every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that Glock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about, no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking